it's everything from like the turtles, to the tortoises, to the sharks, to the killer whales. All of our fish is processed in-house. We have it from a couple of different sources. So like on that board right there behind you, this one is all of our like things that we're feeding on a daily basis. We should get all the nutrients, dietary stuff, right? So everything from like our zebra sharks to like some of our tortoises. We don't want to give our animals the same thing if they're not meant for that food. So we want to make sure we get them their correct diet. Mm-hmm. So these are only our processing freezers essentially. So we have we call it fish house in our back area, our zoo support. So that's where we store like I think 2 months of fish. And if you process like 2 months of fish, 3,000 pounds every single day across the park, it's a lot of fish to feed. This is just a defroster.
Do you breed them here as well?
The fish?
Yeah.
No. So
I mean, the fish that you're feeding them.
Yeah, we get our fish from a couple of different sources. One of our fish is called Caitlin. It's like this big. And we have 2 sources, one from Canada and then one I think in Iceland that we switch between. So we keep it sustainable in our fishing. Yeah. So like here's one of our menus like for the day of things that we feed them.
Shark menu, humans?
Yeah. So like I said, we have our regular fish menu. You'll see everything from like squid to shrimp, to salmon, depending on the season. And we call this our shark menu because it's fun for the guests. So, sharks are also different depending on their size, where they live. So anything from like squid to bird to crab to like other kind of crustaceans. So these are also like these are real shark teeth. Mm-hmm. So we call these, we can take them out. So this is a fork tooth. And it's, there we go. And y'all can feel it, you can touch it, you can do whatever you want. It's used to eat different kind of fish. So sharks have different, how we have different teeth for what we different, molars, we have our different teeth. Mm-hmm. Sharks do as well. Thank you. Yeah. So we have like can openers, which are used for crabs to open up the shells. We have ones that are bigger to eat mammals, it just depends on what it is. And then like other things we use like turtles, sea snakes, other mammals. And vertical, sick, dying, or dead. Basically sharks are opportunistic. So if they see something in the water that's sick, dying, bleeding, any kind of injury, that's why they'll go bite it. So when they see human like on the surfboard or doing this motion, it looks like humans are struggling in the water, which we sort of are, because we're not made to live in the water. So that's why sharks might bite humans. But they're opportunistic bites, so they're going to check us out, see if it's something we want to eat. Scientists are still finding out that sharks have taste buds, but it's more so being like, is this part of our diet? Unfortunately, a big bite out of a shark out of a human is bad for us.
Yes.
Yeah. So one of the things I tell kids as sort of, not dark joke, but a true joke, I'm like, hey, what happens if you see a shark? And they like punch in the nose. I'm like, stay calm and try not to be near a shark. They're like, if you see a shark, out of the water. I'm like, if you're close enough to punch a shark, you are too close to a shark.
You did it.
Yeah, like we are too close. Do you have any questions about this room, diet, anything?
No, it's really cool though.
Yeah, we do so much in here. Like our people work specifically with our fish diets. Like 5 a.m. To get here in the morning, prepare all the food for the day. It's a lot of processing the fish every single day.
Cool. Those are some pretty big buckets.
Yeah. So like in our sea lion area, we like our feeder booths where we get the fish with people to feed them. We'll use like 4 of those buckets, and then our trainers will also feed another 4 buckets throughout the day, like 5, 6, depending on what the day is of fish. A lot. It's a lot of fish. I know I've said it a lot, but it's an incredible amount that we don't think about.
Yeah, they're not small animals.
They're not. Yeah, and then even then, like our turtles and tortoises, like our snapping turtles will eat chicken. We have veggies on the diet for them. Alright, if you want, you can stick stuff in here, not a big deal, but we can head up. Just so you don't want to carry stuff up like the stairs.
Not pretty good.
is the top of our Indo-Pacific Reef. It's pretty cool. Not many people come up here and see this kind of stuff. So all of our coral inside of this main area in that tank, where the sharks are, this is all man-made area. So coral grows roughly this much a year. So taking out like this much would just be catastrophic, you know, for the ocean and all the environments.
Right.
So it's like you probably see them like they're swimming around the coral because they use the coral like
How
they're
are you
natural.
able to grow it here?
Yeah, so we actually do have a couple of coral propagation tanks. They look sort of like that square one, and they're downstairs inside the main area. So coral can be grown a couple of different ways. If it gets broken off from its natural part, it can grow if it has the direct nutrients in the water next to it. We can grow it that way. So it's called propagation, and that's one of the ways we do it here. We grew a lot of it over COVID because there wasn't so many people around. We had time to actually work on those kind of projects. Yeah. So small tanks have it, but this size would be thousands of years to make.
Well, I mean, Great Barrier Reef's a million years. So,
Yeah. And then one of the ways that you know that like good coral is alive downstairs, our tank is like really colorful. There's a lot of just different varieties in it. Live coral is colorful and it has what called human belly, which is a bacteria that helps you with belly. So that's live coral. So this is an example of like a dead coral. Y'all can feel it. And so when coral
it's
turns
very
white.
hard and
Yeah, so this is called
calcified.
coral bleaching. Coral is the weirdest thing on the planet to me. Coral is an animal. It's a very simplistic animal, but it's still an animal. So the bacteria in it produces the proteins and the carbs that it needs to live. So when the zooxanthellae leave the coral, that's when it turns white and essentially bleach, and that's when it doesn't grow anymore. Yeah. Coral also like helps reduce our CO2 in the environment. Sort of funny, like come to school trips during the day when SeaWorld is closed. So then like look, it's the most elusive fish. It's Steve. It's a person cleaning the tank. And the kids, that's their favorite fish inside of here. One of our stingrays just popped out. All of our stingrays inside this area are males. So for the little kids, we call them breadsticks. On the underside of the stingray, they have what are actually called claspers. And they look like breadsticks, but that's how we know they're male versus female. All of our ones in here are male, the ones in the water are female. So we separate them because they are not endangered whatsoever. We have a lot of them, we don't need any more at the moment.
Do you at times join them up?
We have in the past, but we have a lot.
We have a lot.
Like, there's a lot of stingrays, and they make babies pretty quickly. What I like pointing out is that thing back there that actually produces the rising and falling of the water levels.
Oh, okay.
So if you think about how the ocean moves, you know, the water is never still. We want to keep that same thing to our fish so they know how to swim and have that natural currents when they're moving around.
I would have never thought about trying to replicate that current system.
Yeah, like the actual process of an aquarium this size is something no one thinks about because at home we have our little tiny this tank, a couple of fish, a little pump, and that's pretty good for them. But for this many,
I'm lucky if I can keep those alive.
yeah, I mean something this size, like a lot of our sharks are older. Like some of those fish inside of that one over there, like 40 years old already. We have so many species to take care of. We want to keep it as natural as we can. Yeah, let's actually hit that one. This is the top view of our sharks.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
So that's actually one of our sandbar. So we have a couple of sharks in here. Sandbar. We have sand tiger, who from the top down look a lot fatter. Or here, it's preferred. We have zebra, which incidentally has spots on them. And there's another sandbar, there's a little skinny dude coming up towards us. We have a nurse shark, who typically like hanging out around that side, but don't over here too often.
And these guys all get along with each other?
Yeah. So one of the questions I get asked a lot, especially by little kids, is why do they not eat the fish that live in there with them? We feed our sharks about twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays typically. And sharks just have a slower metabolism than we do. They don't have to eat as often. So once they're fed, they're good. Occasionally, you know, they will sometimes eat them. Most of the time, if that happens, it's because the fish is in the wrong place at the wrong time. So while we're feeding them, you know, if the fish, fish get next to them. Ew, right up to the
He thinks we're gonna feed them.
Not your day yet.
Are they territorial as well?
These guys not particularly. They've been in here for a long time with each other.
But there are some sharks in the wild that are a bit territorial, aren't they?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
what I thought I remember.
It just depends on the type of shark and food scarcity. So because these guys are being used to fed, you know, all the time, they don't have to worry about where's my next meal, am I going to starve kind of thing. So they have a little bit more security in their space. And then here's some of my big guys over here. These are white spotted Japanese sharks. These are pups. They were born this week right there. 30 March, April, May, June, July. They're super cute to me. Yeah, these are big little babies. Their color patterns. And so we call these guys benthic eaters. They live on the bottom of the ocean, which is why they're also like down like on the bottom of it.
Right.
And they'll typically eat like clams, mollusks, small little lord critters. He's digging in. They're really pretty.
You gotta have your volunteers. Keep the ocean clean.
And then if y'all come over here, we're not too short to do this one. This is one of the big
Thank you for saying I'm not too short.
Listen, I'm also 5 foot nothing. I understand
Me
the
too.
feeling. Yeah, so this is one of our bigger guys of the same species. They're really pretty. If you can move your head back for a quick second.
Oh.
Yeah, and we actually get a chance to catch them. So here's how we pet a shark.
I'll let y'all do that.
It's not that bad. So what you're gonna do, right? We essentially put our two fingers together, and then we're gonna pet from like the second orange band down, right? So I can go in right here. So normally, all sharks have what we call dermal denticles, which is how we have their scales. You can go the other way slightly on here because the dermal denticles are smaller. On bigger sharks, it'll feel a lot more sandpapery. Like we're like, okay, sure, yeah, just pet a shark, nothing major.
Yeah, go for it. You don't need that arm anymore. Wow.
Yeah, it's like smooth, but also slimy, but rough at the same time. It's like a nifty combination of textures.
So what?
Yep, two fingers, and then nice and gentle down the back.
Oh.
And we can wash our hands after as well.
Well, I'm just trying to not get the shirt.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Who are these people bothering my man?
Can you take a photo for me? I want to touch them again.
Yeah, go right ahead.
She didn't jump like that.
Is the GoPro waterproof?
Yes.
If you want to, you can also like get close to it. But as I said, up to you. You don't have to literally,
Mine as well.
Is it waterproof?
yeah, it's waterproof.
Yeah, but that's what GoPros are one thing they're known for. As long as all the things are sealed off.
Yep, as long as everything's good. Yeah.
I have a DJI, so it's similar. These guys are cool. So if you notice, and you probably heard before, the all sharks have to like swim to survive. You probably heard that. You know, this guy is not. On the side of his head, you see those little openings that are like opening and closing? So we call those spiracles. They actually pump water over the gills. So that's how they can stay still like this and not have to like continue to swim like these big guys. Yeah, I really like them. They're cute.
But doesn't it make them more vulnerable in the wild?
Sort of. So most sharks don't get that big. Like the majority of world sharks will never get this big. A lot of them are just like here,
Okay.
right? So these guys are benthic, as you know, on the floor. We have a couple of them living in that tank. They're just really hard to find because they're more prey size, so they'll hide.
And they blend in with the. I guess that's what they use. Their camouflage is the
Yeah.
safety net.
You get to pet a shark today. That's a good Christmas.
I'm a chicken.
These are called mermaid purses. They're actually what they are born from. So you can feel them also. They're like the salt, because they're saltwater animals. They're like,
What are they? And it's the first
they're
one.
called mermaid purses. They're the birthing eggs that these sharks come out of.
Oh.
Yeah. They're nifty. I like sharks in general. So
Yeah.
yeah, I said you can wash your hands if you want to. That was salt water. If if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, no big deal. It's your choice. There's also the hand sanitizer right there, which might be easier because I can see it on my soap at the moment. Yeah, we do that after because we don't want to put the alcohol solution in the water because that's not good for their pH levels.
Yes.
Not great for sharks. They don't need to fill alcohol.
Camera should be fine.
I just might want to dry it.
That's cool, guys.
Wow.
Do shark tour.
One of the things that I talked about with coral with a lot of people in general is like, I know like in the Bahamas, they sell more expensive sunscreens that are good for the environment. People think it's not actually true, but I'm like, no, all the chemicals and sun lotions, sun oils, I'm like, it's bad for the coral, it's bad for the fish. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry it costs more, but it's because the ingredients are, scientifically sourced for better environmental care.
Well, and they've had to limit,
I'll move it down in a minute. I'll move it down in a minute. That was cool. I am happy. Every time a shark.
I can touch shark. This is my first time in my life. Have you ever touched shark before?
I don't know.
This is my first time. Wow, so nice.
Thank you for joining me today.
No problem. Thank you for letting us do that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
That was a good Christmas present.
There you go.
There's your Christmas present.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Yeah, y'all have a Merry Christmas. Thank you.
This is coral they're actually on.
Oh, so this would be
We
the
were looking at this earlier. Well, those are anemones, but this over here is coral.
anemone. Clownfish.
But these are squirrel.
In Thailand, especially in the south of Thailand, they will coast. I don't know how to say, coast the sea or something like that. Like don't want any people come to that sea because of the ones.
It's a very
All those people that were here though, like none of them else wanted to join him.
And it's 22 already when Shamu show. 8. Okay.
We're gonna go to Shamu last, okay?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Maybe he only gets paid tour.
No, I mean he's probably there. I mean he probably gets paid the same either way, so.
Yeah, we'll call that a stealer visit.
They probably tell him if nobody shows up. Because the shark tour is the cheapest animal encounter. Because it's only $10 a person. Because
That was worth $10.
I looked in.
I wouldn't have paid more.
Because I looked into that because I was like, because I get either a shark tour or there's 2 other ones that I get for free one time. I can pick one
Yeah.
with my platinum.
I only knew stuff because I have a bunch of boys, of course, who are always into sharks, so they tell me things when I went to.
Yeah, no, because you're a teacher, so you. I mean, you probably
I don't-
talked to people like that before, but
I
yeah.
don't particularly care. But I do have the same philosophy as he does. Hey, why don't we get a picture over here?
Okay.
You two first.
Okay. I know, Pat.
Honey, he sleeps.
Oh, he's sleeping down there? Oh, no, it looks like he's trying to eat something. Oh,
He's trying to find a little
Something.
snack.
man, he's sleeping. Everybody must have did what I did last year, was come over here first before they go to the rest of the park. Remember? Because I wasn't in a hurry last year, or last Christmas. And I was like, oh, let's go see Discovery Cove before we go to the park. Hey, maybe that means the line for guest services will be short.
Pay a lot of money to get in. This is where somebody was when I came up with the idea for that stupid fish swim game.